welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched the first reunion episode for the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes, part one.
Of three, apparently.
Of three.
Of
yes.
three. They're really filling time.
They're really like stretching it out.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I don't remember anything that happened because it's been a long week.
It's been a lot of a week, yeah. Like from where we were. We didn't record last week because
of
4th of July.
4th of July.
Yeah, was preempted. So basically, unfortunately, we lost our cat Maeve. We made the decision. It was really tough to let her go. So she had kidney disease and heart disease, and then as of Monday, we found out her liver was not well, and, you know, it wasn't getting any better. She'd stopped eating. Towards the end, she rallied,
Yeah.
you know, like she started eating again, and she seemed a bit more like her. But before that, she wasn't really interacting with us, and it was just really, we saw, the vet said basically, you know, we're coming to the end.
Yeah.
And so we scheduled a time on Friday for the vet to come over to our house. And, you know, neither one of us had ever been through that of being there with a pet when they passed.
Yeah.
And luckily, you know, it was very quick. And the doctor, she's great, and she walks through the whole thing, and she's very sensitive and kind and understanding. She's a great vet, and made it a difficult situation, you know, as best.
A little more bearable.
Yes,
Sure.
there it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was really sad, but...
We both sobbed. We cried so much. It was a lot of crying that night. And, you know, it's still, it's now we're like in day 2 without her. And it's still like, you know, it hits like she's not around, and, you know, and,
we've had to reformulate how we feed Gabrielle because we used to split a can, and now there's too much food in one can. And...
Right. And like, we're wondering, like, you know, obviously she knows the cat's Maeve's no longer around, and she seems fine, you know.
I don't know. She's in the guest bedroom between the bed and the wall right now.
But she sometimes will, even like before all this, she would hang out under the bed. That's Gabs she's an interesting cat. So, but for the most part, you know, she's been sleeping with us, and you know, eating normally. So yeah. But yeah, it's really tough. Just going through all that, and you know, we'd had these cats since the beginning of the pandemic, so 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and they are amazing cats, and so loving and so sweet, and it was just, you know, it was really hard letting Maeve go. So, you know.
It was. But I mean, I have to say that, you know, now that it's happened, I am relieved. Like, I was so worried that, you know, something would happen to her and we wouldn't be here for it. And
right. Something really, like, you have to rush her to the emergency room, and because there's a whole possibility of a blood clot, you know, traveling, and so many horrible circumstances could have happened. They didn't, in terms of, you know, and so her deteriorating. So we didn't get to that point.
Yeah, we got to spend good time with her, acting like herself, but it did, you know, makes you go, what, wait, are we doing the right thing? But, but ultimately we'd have to, you know, prop her up again, and she wasn't naturally acting that way. It was, you know, medication and things like that. So it was a good thing to let her go. So but we should move on, because we started off a little bit downer.
Yeah, sorry.
Everyone.
But we talked about Maeve before in other episodes.
We should update. But for sure, if you have a cat or a dog, go give them hugs and kisses and scritches and, you know, all that stuff. They're the best.
They are. They really are.
Yeah. Even if they wake you up at 5 a.m. and make you feed them and run back and forth, and it's the whole thing, but...
Still is very lovable.
Still very lovable.
Yes.
So Atlanta, what happened?
Atlanta, yes. Left turn. It was basically, so how were these women as late as Lisa to a Sprinter van, if not more, 2.5 hours late? How is that, like, when we saw Porsha, she was still sleeping when their call time was like 20 minutes later.
Was Porsha, like, did she stay the night there? I don't understand.
Maybe it's a
Or did she know she just didn't need that much time? She's like, I'm going to get ready. This is not my first reunion.
Well, that was a full-on beat. That was like a beat and a half. So I think she just maybe she got up early, took care of Pilar, and said, let me just get over there to the place, and then I'm going to sleep until... It was just bizarre.
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
It was really bizarre. And then the whole... is Brit here? And I don't know where Brit is. And like, knock, knock, and she's not in her dressing room.
And not any one mention of Drew in that entire time. Drew hadn't shown up either. But
no one was concerned. No one was saying, like, should we call Drew? I don't see Drew here. So, like, Drew's the last to arrive. So they're supposed to start at 9, and the reunion started at 12.
And Drew got there like 10:15. It can't really start at 9. There's no...
I'm sure it should. I think we see them like get there typically like, at ass crack of dawn and start shooting because it's a 16-hour day, if not more.
I just can't imagine just showing up. Like, that's so rude and disrespectful of so many people's time.
Yes.
But at this point, I think they must lie to the housewives knowing they're going to be late.
You mean they intentionally? Were the intentions to start at 12? Did Annie set that intention with the crew?
Yeah, I think the intention, yes, exactly. So,
so Brit wasn't there, and, they really zoomed in on that empty seat.
And was left it empty as long as they could, one segment, until they got Cynthia.
Until like, we need Cynthia for the entire time, and she was fine with that.
Yeah.
Everyone looked good. To various degrees.
Yeah.
In terms of their dresses. I think makeup and hair, aside from that little like Dorit curly Q for
Kelli.
For Drew.
Oh, for Drew.
Everyone I think looked great hair and makeup wise. The dresses, some I could some were better than others. I think Angela to me was probably the better dress.
Yeah, I don't like that her dress is a little almost too pale canary colored. Like,
I feel like canary is like berry yellow. When you say canary. Yeah. I think it was more like lemon lime. Like she was more Sprite.
I guess. It didn't seem to match quite with the rest of them, but I know that it did. It was nice. I liked it.
It stood out, I think, in a good way. Yeah.
And then I thought that Shamia's looked, the coloring of it, the yellow was very 1970s yellow. Like almost like an old countertop yellow.
An old countertop yellow.
You know what I mean, right?
Yes. It was also very like 3D. It was like, giving Stranger Things or The Last of Us with like the spores.
Oh. What I don't like Phaedra's. I mean, come on.
Okay, let's
inspired by Jab Jab.
No, you're inspired by Shira, Princess of Power. Okay, like it's not a good look. It's not, and she is a very beautiful woman, but it does not flatter her.
I don't think it can flatter anyone.
No, and the headpiece is pure Shira.
Yeah,
like don't even try me. That's Jib Jab. Jabberwocky.
Jab.
Jabberwocky. No. You're Shira. Like, where's Mumra? I mean, come on. Where's Shadow Weaver?
I was never a He-Man kid. I know. Especially as a gay kid, you'd think I would have known.
I had the Castle of Grayskull.
I know. You know what? It's an old medieval dirt.
I had all of it. It's a cartoon. How dirty is it going to be?
It's dirty castle stuff. I was never into castles and things like that. I was always
me either. But like, it was just like it was just a great cartoon. And then like you have the female version of She-Ra, and like they were separated at birth, and she was kidnapped by Mum-Ra. Sorry, that's Thundercats. Oh my gosh, no.
Skeletor.
Skeletor was He-Man. Haddock, I think, was his name for She-Ra. You saw the He-Man movie, though, right?
No.
Oh, now we're watching it.
Oh, God.
Now we're watching.
Well, then you're going to have to watch Transformers, the movie, with me. How's that sound?
Like the Shia LaBeouf?
No. The original 1986 animated film.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Where the character Spike says, "Oh, shit," in a 1986 kids movie. And you're like, oh, they just swore. So, yeah.
Cartoon swore?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
did.
Weird.
They kill Optimus Prime. It's a whole.
Oh, that's right. I do know that. I've heard about the Optimus Prime. Well, how do you kill Optimus Prime? And they're swearing.
They had to sell more toys. That's why they did it. My Facebook these days are nothing but like Transformers feed stuff.
Mine's all nostalgia.
Yeah, I got the nostalgia, and then it's either Transformers or I forget what the other one is. Star Trek. So that's what my feed is on Facebook. So I really don't look at it very often.
Oh my God.
How do we get? Oh, because Phaedra's She-Ra.
Yeah. Man. Ugh, man. Anyways, yeah, so it's not a good look. And then Porsche just looks like very uncomfortable, and the split, and it's just like, and the way
she got the ladies raised and everything, so maybe not as uncomfortable as it looks.
Raise the boobs, yeah.
Can we just go right to the point about like what it just Porsche just seems so up her own.
Yes. So okay,
like the whole setting intentions. She took that speech over.
Yes.
Like it seems rehearsed to me. Like Andy's gonna ask if we want to set intentions, and she sat there with like a teleprompter and like practiced the speech.
It just seems very much up her own ass and very full of it. And I love Porsche. I was so looking forward to Porsche coming back, but I feel as the season has gone on, I have lent cat hair. I have really like she's irking me, and I feel like it was very rehearsed of like, I just want to set an intention for all the ladies and to get to like some understanding and truth, and I'm like, no you don't. And then for like freaking Phaedra with like, we're in a sorority, shut up, Alpha Delta, no. like you're not in a sorority, this is really toxic friend group at times, and you're not my sister, Phaedra. Like
what do we think about the alliance that was formed that they spoke about?
It seems
so. It was supposed to be Kelli, Shamia, Brit, and
Porsha. But Porsha claims that she knows nothing about it.
Yeah, see, that's
she a lie.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like she a lie, and I like her so much, but like I really can't defend what I feel is so much fraudulent behavior.
Yeah,
fakery.
All the other women seem to be like, "What are you talking?" Like, first times, just like you are lying. Like, and they have that. We can't trust what you're saying. Like, why should we think that's true? Because we know you're lying about everything else.
Right. It makes you doubt so many things. The sincerity isn't there with her, you know. So, yeah, I don't feel it, but I do not feel this has been a flop of a return, as Drew is saying.
No, I don't.
Although Drew was pretty funny when she said Simon says you need a storyline.
She didn't practice.
That was a good one. I like that one.
I mean, I
warmed up to Drew a bit.
That one writes itself. I don't know if it's production or just Drew actually coming out there and just giving stank face the entire time.
I think Drew, though, is like, I'm in the last seat. I need to fight for my life here. So I think she's going to bring it.
It's such a weak fight.
Well, I think as it goes on, there'll be more. I think she knows. They all know, like, at the reunion, you're fighting to come back another season. And if you're at the very end of the couch, you really need to, like, fight. And so she would have continued on that Porsha thing. But Porsha, being Porsha, killed it with let's just hug. I want to move on with you. I want to move forward. I don't want to fight anymore.
That's true. You know, I didn't think about that at all.
You can't fight against that. When someone's just, like, laying down their sword, then you look like the asshole for continuing on the fight.
Right.
So it's very disarming. But I was won over by Drew a bit because she just seemed, and we know Drew has a fast and loose relationship with the truth, but I feel she was being a bit more honest in terms of the whole Dennis stuff. She never was going to screw Dennis for like beats, studio time, like free hair, whatever. She was, I just didn't know.
I agree with
you know, and I think Porsha, she ran with that into a wall and there's no proof. And so that's why she had to say, you know what, I want to apologize. I looking back, what was I thinking? Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You saw Twitter and they weren't behind you.
I hope next season Portia's a little more genuine because it does seem just like a lot of BS.
I truly believe that a lot of stuff was going on and with Simon, and it was really probably soul crushing. You know, having a divorce and thinking you're going to spend forever, and then he's talking shit about you on the internet.
I don't know. I think it's pretty easy for Porsha, who'd been gone for a while and done other shows and been on like Stars on Mars and she was on another show as well.
Her own show. But
she's just made appearances. I think she's just got used to other stuff, and I think she's trying to come back in too much of a produced way. I didn't like it.
She was producing herself.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why when Dennis was filming with Drew, she was thinking, this is not the plan.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You're upsetting my comeback, you know? And I think when Kenya went off the rails with the Brit stuff, she too was like, this is not what we're doing.
Right. And so then at this reunion, I don't want to talk for Brit, but she told me before the reunion,
and then she said about Kelli, and to me, and it's like, did she send you a text? Was she pulling a freaking Demi?
Yeah, like, if Brit's not going to be there, she doesn't get to talk through other people.
No.
Like, cut all that stuff out.
I think it's interesting that the next episode, because it's real time, Andy says we have a statement from Brit and one from Kenya. So the whole thing about the pictures not being her, that's really
going to be discussed.
Yeah, it's like, I'm getting something in my ear from the producers. They looked on Twitter and Brit said that's not her, the naked pictures.
This just in the middle of our reunion. News. Thank God the cameras were filming.
Yeah, thank God we were late. We might have missed.
But yeah, Drew, still not having it with her.
I got to a better place with Drew in this episode. It could go all the way next week, but I'm okay with her.
Right.
We're in a good place.
What do we think about the whole Angela and Phaedra Junebug situation?
When she brought up that folder, I'd hoped there was concrete proof.
But it was like, no, see, this is someone's Facebook page, and they know this person.
Basically, her thing is, Marcus is from Athens. He went to high school with your brother, or you all went to high school. And he went to the same high school, by the way.
Right.
And, Junebug said this, and there was no concrete. I need a screenshot. I need some more a timeline. I'm not getting that.
Ideally, I would like.
She could have kept that folder behind the couch.
Right. There could have been. If there'd just been a picture of like the two of them together.
Right.
Cool. Like
or a text exchange between like, I want you to go to Kelly's event and say this about Angela.
Right.
I mean, it's very easy to believe that Phaedra's done this because she's lied on people before, but I don't see what she gains from this. Also, she's just been there for half a second. I know she talks some smack about Angela and looking old and whatever, and that's going to come up in the next episode, I'm sure. But I don't see her doing that. So I think Marcus just threw it out there. I don't know who paid him, but it definitely was a setup for sure. He didn't just all of a sudden like roll up to Williams-Sonoma to a waffle making demo and
I'm bored. It's Wednesday. I'm gonna go ruin someone's life.
Right. Cheers to Angela for your husband's cheers. I mean, I can't wait to Charles to come out though.
Oh, I forgot the guys are coming.
Oh yes.
That next episode, you think probably at the end.
Probably at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll continue on the third one.
I don't want to.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I like Angela a lot, but that wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, not a smoking gun.
It wasn't exactly. And then when she said Andy, of course, and Andy's like, no, what do you mean, of course? This proves nothing. You are not showing me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that time when the very first Salt Lake reunion, when Whitney was like, I have some proof, and it was a faded pages because her printer ran out of ink. And Andy was like, babe, I can't read this. And she was trying like, this is a smoking gun. And he's like, I can't read
Well,
this.
maybe you could have gotten some more ink for your print.
Yeah, you should have gone to Kinko's and like
this wonderful wall. We go to Kinko's for that.
Right.
Or FedEx office, whatever it's called.
Same dev. I liked that there was a lot of Kelli.
Yeah.
I really think she's a good housewife. I think I like her personality, and she's fun, and she's got good energy.
I think she's really good at
come at you.
She's good at explaining herself and like in a way that makes sense.
Right. She's not, saying she basically, this is why this happened and boop, boop, boop. And also when Andy brought up, you seem to have all this debt or whatever. She said, yes, I spent $200,000 on lawyer fees. I couldn't pay my rent, but I'm paying them back now.
Well, then he starts coming at her with like, well, maybe, instead of spending money getting your dog died, run your business.
I mean, that was valid too. Not just that, but also like the 17 purses for her daughter.
Yeah.
That's just
like, is this extravagance really necessary?
Yeah, you need lawyers. You need a bodyguard for sure because your ex is crazy.
Sorry, did you just Peter Brady on lawyers? Sounded like he's when they need lawyers.
It's time to change. You don't need to call your dog. You don't need to get purses for your daughter. the whole Kelli Porsha back and forth.
I don't really understand
what Porsha is going for with that. You know what she's gone through. She hasn't been explicit because she's going through a divorce and this man is crazy, allegedly. But you know that there is some dark stuff with this guy. So don't compare this to Simon and you. And also when Kelli said, I've been married for 11 years. You've been married 11 months. Come on.
Yeah. I like also Porsha was trying to make this whole sisterhood of the divorcee,
Right, we're all going through this.
And then she didn't even include Drew in it. We're all going through it, Kelli and never didn't mention Drew at all.
No, apples and peaches.
That
face was like, that's New York.
No, that's New York.
We're just peaches. So yeah, I didn't understand where Porsha was going with that. But yeah, overall, I like that because they had to stretch. There was a much longer Kelli segment than we probably would have gotten, and I like her. I hope she comes back next season.
I think she will be.
I really do.
They can't afford to have any one-hit wonders right now. They need to have some consistency and build some, we're on her side, we're on their side, that sort of thing.
Yeah, as much as I don't like Brit, I feel she probably would have been asked back, so. Maybe.
And Drew will be back, I'm sure, unless they're just, over it.
I feel like everyone in that stage will be back. I think Cynthia will be back as a friend, so that's 7. Well, 6 full time. So maybe they'll probably get another new person.
Too many new people.
Well, When
Andy was explaining it at the beginning, there was 4 newbies. I was like, that's right, there were 4.
Because we forget, because Shamia's been around for forever. You forget that, this is her first time as a full-time housewife.
When's the last, housewife show other than, the reboot of New York that had 4 new housewives at the same time? That's a lot.
Well, when they, don't be a dick. After season 4 of New York, they shook things up and fired a bunch of people and brought on 3 new housewives. Okay. And that's why I stopped watching New York, because I'm like, I don't know these chicks.
Yeah, so imagine 4 has got to be pretty...
Right. But it was supposed to be, Porsha and Kenya, and then have as the base and build around that, and that didn't go so well. So,
Porsha was screwed at that. Not Porsha, Kenya.
Yeah.
No, the well wasn't me trying to be a dick. It was very loud, I realized. But no, you sounded like What's Her Face's son with the dinosaur facts. You're like,
believe it or not.
Well.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. That wasn't. Yeah, okay, so that wasn't being a dick. Sorry.
Oh no, you know I'm not being a dick.
Yes. Say well.
I think we covered everything, really.
Yes.
I mean, because it's kind of like this episode of The Reunion. It kind of rambled on and went on forever, and we feel like there were there were a lot of good moments, but it didn't really get anywhere because they're stretching for time, So they kind of bring things up, and
the Shamia Porsha of it all. It started with a little bit of back and forth here and there, but I think they're really going to get into it next week. I am probably pretty sure I'm squarely on Shamia's side.
Really?
Yes. I really like Shamia a lot, and I've been disappointed in Porsha.
What is the number we should have asked us at the top of the hour? When we started, we should have asked...
our intentions?
Our intentions, what are we hoping that this reunion resolves for you? What questions do you have?
I hope that we get to the... We're not going to get to the bottom of who hired Marcus, but I hope that we can get to some sort of a better place with Shamia and Porsha.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, although again, I'm more Shamia's side. I think it would be great if they were friends and then start next season in a better place. So that's my number one thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about it when I asked the question. I just thought it was a good question to ask.
So what do you think?
No, I think you nailed it. I think Porsha and Shamia. I would like to know the whole Junebug thing, who hires that guy thing. But it's really not that cool. It's not that interesting at the end of the day. It happened, I don't care what the situation was, if Charles has cheated on her or not. That's their business. Well,
he did in the past.
I know, and Angela doesn't seem bothered by it right now. Just let her do her thing. And I don't really need to know that.
Yeah.
So
I think so too.
All right. Well, then...
Anything else that we need to talk Housewives-wise?
No. I mean, we just have Miami coming up, and then we have OC coming up.
OC? sometime in the future we'll be getting Salt Lake. Yes. I feel like there's something else. That's why I'm like, I feel like there's something else, but I can't think of it. So
me either, really. So I think it's until next time.
Until next time. Sorry, we got sputtered out there.